Hello YouTube. Um, Welcome back again to my video. So I just want to do a weekly update. This is something I'll be doing as time goes on. I'll be doing a weekly update of how the progress is going with my accounts that are in drawdown. So this week I didn't really do much, to be very honest. I got sort of like caught up in whatever the market was doing, even though the market altogether moved about 850 pips to the upside. I couldn't get an entry confirmation to join it along with in this buy. So on Thursday, I I saw a signal to take a sell, which was like exhaustions here on the 1 hour time frame, like multiple indecision around this area, which happens to correlate with a previous high. So I took the sell, and the this is the issue, one of the issues that I've been having, which has sort of like kept me in the drawdown, and also not um make me like move forward for as fast as possible, which is me not taking profits when I'm reasonably in some good amount of profit. So on this account, I'm risking very low now. I'm just doing like 0.1 lot size. So it's very low relative to the account size, but for me, I'm viewing it as I'm not looking any longer at the account size. I'm looking at what I have left in drawdown. So I have about 1% left to trade with, and the way I'm looking at it is that 1% is all of my account. So I'm risking 1% of the 1%, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So the trade went in my direction pretty well. Then I moved my stop loss to break even. Normally I scale into my positions when I see that the market is going well. So on Thursday, the trade was pretty much going well. Then I scaled in somewhere here. I scaled in another position here, and eventually I got stopped out on Friday because I held the trade overnight. My sort of like lookout for the sell overall is that I was looking at this level, which might be maybe too much to look at it might be too much to target, but since I'm looking at the 1 hour and the 4 hour time frame much more than the 15 minutes is just my entry confirmation. It might be that I managed the trade wrongly, moving my stop loss into break even too early, or I should have just taken whatever profit I had here and just look at it overall again. And yeah, another thing is I'm trading against the trend, which the trend is very strong. It's a bullish trend, and that's another thing I didn't really pay attention to. Altogether, what I was looking at as this was like a double top formation. But overall, the lesson for me for this week is when you see profits, try as much as possible to take profit when you are in drawdown, so that the what that helps me with is that I'm able to like build some level of cushion. There's like a little bit more extra buffer for myself so that I keep stacking up the small profit. Because in as much as I'm looking at the possibility of market dropping all the way back down to this level, yeah, it might happen next week, but it didn't happen this week, and I have lost sort of like the the profits that I made, which almost felt like I didn't do anything the whole of last week, right? It felt like my work for last week was useless. So my lesson for this week that I learned is that whenever my trade gets like 1 to 2, 1 to 3, be able to like take in some profits because of the current situation I'm in. Normally, I don't like to take profit when my trade is like 1 to 2. Usually my average risk to reward is 1 to 3. So I'm looking to, it's best for me to have taken trade, like taking the profit as 1 to 3, because this trade, for example, went about 1 to 2.7, and that was pretty much good enough, because it's for me to like take some profit and be able to like go over. So 1 to 2.4, 2.5, fair enough. But then I should like just pay myself sort of, so that my accounts that are in drawdown could like have a little bit more buffer to play around with and stuff. So going to the Ftmo account. Hold on a second. Okay. So as you can see on the Ftmo dashboard, just one trade for last week, which was on the 14th and the 15th. Just like I said, I got into the trade on on Thursday, and then I got stopped out on Friday. So pretty much that's it. The account is still in about 9% drawdown. I very much believe that this is something that is possible for me to still pass. Yeah, it's difficult, it's challenging, but I'm not going to give up. I will just keep building myself back up, keep looking at the possibility of what I can do and how I can be better, because as far as I'm concerned, it is periods like this that really shape one as a trader. It is periods of drawdowns like this, period of pains like this, where it looks like you don't even know what you're doing, or like in the losses is where we learn the most, not in when we are winning because we are excited and all of that. So pretty much that's it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate everyone that watched to the end. I try as much as possible to make this video very short, and see you guys next week. Bye bye.